Yo, 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 what's up, yo? What's up? Once again, it's on. Back in the booth. Let me set my stuff right. It's a little funny right now. There we go. There we go. Set the chat up. Let's get going. Settle viewers. There we go. There we go. We up and running. We up and running. Today we're gonna be doing some Pain Jordan 1s. I pretty much laid all the groundwork. So I just gotta, paint the characters in on both shoes. So that's all I got left to do. But I'm trying to get caught up on all the orders I got. It's tough to do all this, catch up on all this. So I got a Pain pair and I have a Obito pair. And I have a Obito pair I'm doing too. So I have these two pair I'm gonna be working on today. I'm gonna try to get these done in a timely amount of the night. I ain't trying to be on here more than like 2 hours. So I'm gonna try to get these done tonight. And once I get these done, like it shouldn't take me that long. I've done most of the work, so it should be fine. So let me start with my skin tones. Where my phone is. If you in here, let me know where you watching from, whether you like them or not, how you feeling about them. Let me know some. See, there's a couple of y'all in here already. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me get into it. I don't want to waste no more time. I know y'all want to see the end result. You know, 60 y'all in here. Y'all talk to me. Let me know what y'all thinking about, how y'all feeling. It's Saturday night. I know I ain't went live pretty much in about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Let me know where y'all at. Let me know what y'all thinking about it. Let me know where y'all watching from. Like I said, I got 2 pair of shoes I'm trying to do tonight. I got an Obito pair. I'm mainly doing like I sold a couple pairs at the last convention I went to, DreamCon, and Pain was probably my most attracting shoe. A lot of people was attracted to this shoe. The same pretty much concept I made this time. They loved it last time, so I said, I'll just make it again and take it to the next convention I go to. So I decided to just do this again. And I thought this would be a good idea to just go ahead and do that. It can't hurt. I've sold it every time I've made it, so I feel like it's a good idea to do that. I think I got like 3 shoes I need to finish. I got these 2, and I got one from Hunter x Hunter I need to finish. The Ant King. I still got to finish that one. I just got to paint the character in. That's all I got left on that one too. So I'm trying to make as many shoes as I can before the next convention. If y'all in here watching, let me know where y'all watching from. Pain is by far my favorite Naruto villain. I know, that people tend to get offended when I say it. They're like, you don't like Madara, you don't like, Kage or whatever. No, like Pain is my favorite villain because, like, he actually had a point that I somewhat agreed with. So, it's like, I can't really argue with that. So I like doing stuff like this. It's tough. I hate working on Jordan 1s. This is my probably the most hated one to work on. I wonder where my boys at tonight. They ain't in the stream yet. Yo, Sledge. Hi, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? You feeling the shoes? Let me know how you feeling about them. Where you watching from? I'm curious to know what part of the country you from. All right, let me try this first layer. Got 6 of y'all in here. What's up, y'all? Go on, let me know something. How y'all feeling tonight? We doing? I'm French. Oh, French. I'm assuming that meant French, like from France. Yeah, what time is it? It's about 12 o'clock over there. Yeah. Oh, that's wild. I ain't know it was. I ain't know I reached that far. Not to France. What time is it over there? I'm curious to know the time zone. It's what? It's 8:13 over here. 8:13 p.m. over here. Yeah, that's crazy. It's 3:13 for me. The night is so long. Oh yeah, dang. Okay. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be sometime like that because it's like this night almost over. I normally go to sleep around this time, but I was like, man, let me stream. Let me put some content out there because I haven't done it in a couple weeks. So I thought it'd be a good idea to get on tonight. No, I'm a early bird, so I try to do all my work in the morning. If people will watch streams at 5 a.m., I'd be up doing that. I know your job is incredible. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I try to make good pieces. I try to make, stuff that people like. You know, I'm not proud of everything that I make, but it seems like the things that I'm not proud of is the things that I sell the fastest. So it's like, yeah, it seemed like the stuff that I'd be like, I ain't feeling that one, let me keep that one to myself. That'd be the one that people be asking for. They'll say, hey, I want to buy that one. I'm like, you want to buy that one out of all the stuff I got, that's the one you want. So I just learned, to stop being so critical of myself, because sometimes I think sometimes I don't have faith in my work. Sometimes I don't think it's that good, but I had so many instances where people tell me like, hey, I want that one, and I'm like, that one? Out of all of them? That one? So, are you an artist as well? Yo Sledge? I'm curious to know, are you an artist too? Is painting on shoes something that you want to do? Or something that, you've thought about doing? Because painting shoes is difficult. It's like, it's kind of up and down. Like, one month you might be a millionaire, the next month nothing. So if it's something you want to do, well, that's with any business though, really. Like, it's always gonna be ups and downs, but with this specifically, it's more like a, you know if you got money type of thing. Like, if you got some expendable money, then you will spend it on this. But if you don't, people, this ain't people, like, you'll get a lot of admiration, but you won't get a lot of sales sometimes. And sometimes I make shoes just to take it on display, and then I end up selling them for cheap like that. But that just depends. That just depends on how I feel. Because a lot of times I make stuff, and then I have so much stuff sitting around that I'll just sell it for cheaper like that. All right, let me put my shadows in there now. Now I'm gonna put the shadows in the skin in. Okay, he ain't got a lot of shadows on this picture. If there's anybody else you can think of that you would like to see me do, let me know. I got a list of characters that I'm writing down. So, you know, I've already done a couple of them for a couple of other people. So, if it's something that you can think of that you want to see me do, let me know. And his neck. We got a few of y'all in here. Let me know if there's anybody y'all want to see me do next. Yeah, I gotta do it on both sides. All right, cool. There we go. So now we got the shadows laid in there. Now I can pretty much do the hair and the rest of the outfits and stuff like that. All right, so I need to do the eyes for the Renegon. I gotta do this too. Cover that little piece up. Gotta be real careful when you do this part. Let me know what y'all thinking about it so far. Y'all like it or not? Like, Pain is my favorite Naruto villain, so thought it'd be a good idea to make this one. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. All right, let me know how y'all feeling about it. Y'all like them so far or what? Let me know who y'all favorite Naruto villain is, because like a lot of people be contesting me about this when I say Pain my favorite villain. Walt R Beats. What colorway were these originally? They were originally. Let me see what I know. They were originally all white with a burgundy swoosh on it. They were all white with a burgundy swoosh on it. So I changed the the sole, the midsole right here. I changed that from white to this brownish color, and then I painted this part black and this part with the lilac color or whatever. So I pretty much painted the whole entire shoe. It it took me about an hour to do that on both of them. This is the other shoe. Yeah. This is the other shoe. I just gotta ink it in. So once I get finished, so I did a little bit of work beforehand. It's just I'm a dad, so I had to do that I had to be a dad for a while, and then I had to end up doing it. So I did I did a lot of that while I was babysitting, and then I just decided to come on and do this. So it took a little bit of time. Like if I ever get a chance, if I find it, because I have another pair of these, I'll show you how the original pair looked. So but they pretty much was all white, and the swoosh was like a metallic burgundy or whatever. So it wasn't, it wasn't like already kind of preset. I do tend to like to work with stuff that have colors already in it, but the all white ones they give you more control over what it's gonna be. But the other ones, like they save you a lot of time, especially if you're gonna use the color that's already on the shoe. Big 1539. Hey, what's up, bro? I actually put those shoes in the mail for you too. So I did it yesterday, so it might not get there till like Wednesday or Thursday of next week. But I did end up putting those shoes in the mail. So if so you should just be on the lookout for them. You should get those pretty soon. I've been busy, so I was supposed to drop them off like Monday or Tuesday. You probably should have had them by now, but man, being an adult, man, it get to you after a while. Walt R Beats, dope artistic skills. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Are you an artist yourself, or do you just enjoy it? Because a lot of people get on here and they'll tell me that they're like, I don't paint, but I like watching you paint. So, I appreciate it. I really enjoy doing it. So I'm glad that other people enjoy it. Walt Arby's. If you get the 11s next month, those are a perfect canvas to customize. That is actually a good idea. That is actually a good idea. I've never worked on 11s. I might have to try that one. I might have to try that one because I got the gratitudes from last year, but I didn't. But I like them, so I didn't think about painting on them. So, but you might be right about that. You know, I might have to try that. I'm about to say I'd like any Jordans really, because Jordan, they sell good like that. And then Walt R. Beast. I'm just a sneakerhead who appreciates creativity. Okay, yeah, I understand. You know, I've been trying to get into more of the sneaker creation field myself, as far as like learning how to create them. Because sometimes I want to stitch stuff together and learn how to put colorways and stuff together too without having to paint everything. Because sometimes that can be a little challenging. So like sometimes I want to tear shoes down and reassemble them together and kind of make my own thing with them. I want to learn how to do that. But every time I've looked into it, most of the people like they charging like $2,000 for the class, and then you got to spend, then you got to buy the materials and all of that. So it was like, I don't know about all that. But that is something that I've been thinking about too, though. It's like learning how to, even if it's not paint, just take 3 pair of Jordan 1s apart and then combine them to make something that something different that I actually like. I feel like that'd be a cool concept to do. And then if I wanted to paint it, it'd be me painting something that's not that's not already out there. If you a sneakerhead, then I ended up going to uh what's it called? Well, I'm from Memphis, and we have these sneaker conventions here called Sneak Fest. They pretty good as far as like selling things and stuff like that. So I ended up I sell at those a lot. Like I make other stuff outside of shoes that I sell, but they usually sell pretty good. I usually sell pretty good there. But one place I really wanted to go that I should have went when they just had it was the Sneaker Con at Dallas. I really feel like I should have went there, but because I feel like I would have did well there. But I don't know if you go to those, but those type of events are really fun to go to, especially if you a sneakerhead and you like collecting and all that type of stuff. You'll meet a lot of people who in there. I met the what's the country singer, what was his name? The white guy with tattoos on his face. He's from Nashville. I'm trying to think of his name. I want to say it's Jelly Roll or Jelly Bean or something like that. But I ended up meeting him. He ended up buying something from me the last time I went to one. So that was pretty cool. And I met some of some of the local Memphis rappers here. I met some of them at some of these sneaker events. So it's a good chance to meet some celebrities and stuff too. Walt our beats. I'm from Texas. I've never owned a custom colorway, but most of them look really nice compared to what well, yeah, most definitely. Jordan and Nike releases have been awful the past couple years, like just in general. It's like they getting dependent on keep bringing back the old stuff that was very popular in its day. It's like they keep bringing back old stuff that was good. So it's like, no, come up with something new. What happened to the old innovators? Why is everything we keep relying on nostalgia? We need to bring something new out that's hidden. You know, like I can't stand the fact that they doing that. They constantly bringing old stuff out, and everything they bring out now is just some bland colorway. It's like, come on, bro. Wait, don't want to stop it here. Yeah, I went to Austin. I went to DreamCon in Austin. I don't know if you're familiar with the Creators RDC World. They have a convention. It's really like a big convention for gaming and anime and stuff like that. But I went there, like I did real well there. But that was my first time going to Texas. I went to Austin, so I rode through Dallas, Texarkana, all of that. I'm never driving again. I'm just gonna say that right now. That 10 hours was crazy. That 10 hours was crazy. But yeah, it was. I had a good time in Texas. I didn't like those tolls. We don't have tolls here, but them tolls, like every time I look up, I had a new toll bill, and I only drove on the road like 2 days, and I had like 6 toll bills, and I'm like, God damn, like where are these toll bills come from? You know, like I only drove on the expressway the way there and the way back. I didn't drive really the whole weekend. Like everything I was doing was right near my hotel, so I didn't have to drive anywhere. You know, and if I went outside of that, you know, it wasn't nothing crazy. So it's a fact. Sometimes I feel like they just use leftover material to make any colorway. What other shoes have you customized? Um, what other shoes have I customized? Mainly my main thing. Hold on, let me show you this. My main thing I work on is Air Force Ones and Jordan Ones, but that's because they're the most marketable thing to customize on. Like people like it give me it's popular enough to sell, and it's easy enough to work on. So it's like the best of both worlds. I don't necessarily like working on Air Force One lows because they're let me put this last layer on here because they don't give me enough space to work on. Some people do. I've seen a lot of people where that's all they work on exclusively, but I personally don't like working on Air Force One lows. You know, it's like I don't like working in tight spaces like that unnecessarily. So let me show you this. This is one of the other shoes I'm making. This is the shoe from Hunter X Hunter. It's the Ant King. I just got to paint him in. That's all I got. That's all I got left to do. But like this Air Force One High is typically the type of shoe that I'll end up making. You know, generally, it's like people love Air Force Ones, people love Jordans. So that's typically what I do. I just have to finish them. I'm not in a timetable to finish them. I just started it. Then when I came up with a new idea, I just kind of tossed it to the side till I get back to it. I get back to it whenever I get back to it. And tell you, 10-hour drive is crazy, man. Hell yeah, man. Me and my girl drove, and when I tell you them 10 hours whooped me. I'm talking about like it got to the point where I was ready to stop, and then let me see. When I got to driving permitted, so when I got to like Waco, Texas, I believe when it got to be like 8 hours, when I got to Waco, Texas, or something like that, I was like, bro, like, all right, I'm ready to stop. Like, I'm ready to stop because I still had like, even though I was close, I still had like 2.5 more hours to go. So I was like, come on, bro, please let me, like, come on, somebody take over for me. So, and when you drive with your girl, she don't want to drive at all. So, I was stuck in for 10 hours straight. But I did get to stop by Buc-ee's for the first time. That was cool. I had never been to Buc-ee's before. But I told her next year, I said, when we go back next year, I said, we're definitely flying. Definitely flying. I ain't taking no more 10-hour drives. I said, if it's longer than 8 hours, I ain't driving. Can't do it no more. I can't do it at all. I'm not a truck driver. I'm not driving more than 8 hours. Let me see. I got some other pieces I need to finish too, but finish by the time I go to the next couple conventions next year. I only got 3 lined up so far, but I got a whole bunch of pieces like that I need to get finished. So hopefully I can make sure I have enough by the end. But if you got any characters or anything like that you want to see, let me know. Like, cause I got a list that I'm writing down. I think the next one I'm gonna do is once I get finished with everything I already got, I'm gonna do Blue Beetle is the next one I think I got to do. So yeah, you got me thinking about that Texas trip, man. That was terrible. That whole ride was terrible. I'm not doing that ever again. I think the next DreamCon is in Houston, so that's basically about the same ride. Like, it's 9 hours from here, 9 hours and some change. So I definitely don't want to do that one. So I'm like, I'm flying to that too. If y'all got anything y'all want to ask me, anything you want to see, any characters y'all want to see, let me know. We got a few of y'all in here. Let me know something. Dang, I'm out of focus. Tripping. Just subscribe to the channel. Have you ever done anything superhero themed, like making it look like Spider-Man suit or something like that? I haven't necessarily made it look like Spider-Man suit, but shit. Give me 1 second, cause I just made a Spider-Man piece. Let me show you. I made 2 of them actually. Hold on 1 second. Alrighty. Here we go. Move him up. And I just made, hold on. Scoot these back over. I just made these Spider-Man themed shoes. So I haven't made it, like, it ain't, the shoe ain't perfectly Spider-Man themed or whatever, as far as like without putting Spider-Man on there. I put like webbing and all that on there, but I still drew Spider-Man on the shoe. So Spider-Man is probably one of the most popular characters that you can do. Like, every time I've made Spider-Man, he's sold. So that's why I always make it. And this is what the shoe looked like before. Let me bring it back this way. This is what the shoe looked like before I had before I painted it. White, all white with the metallic burgundy swoosh. So I got like 10 pair of those I gotta make. So that's my goal, is to get those done. He said, how long have you been making customs for? I've been making customs for about 4 years now. Pretty much since the pandemic, bored at the house and, needed something to do, got on YouTube, got inspired. I could already draw and paint, so it was nothing to, pretty much just change mediums basically and do something different. That's all I pretty much was doing. So, my first couple of them didn't like, but like I said, everything I didn't like, people were still wanting to buy. So, it was like, I don't like it, but the people like it, so I might as well keep doing it. You know, because I had to adjust to doing certain things. Because I don't know, you probably can't tell in this video, but like it's stuff like this where this little crease right here and right here where you got to learn to paint over all that, and it's uneven and it's difficult to work on. So you got to be patient and take your time with it. But for me, it was very challenging to do that. So it was like, you know, learning how to overcome stuff like that was difficult. And then like a lot of times you have to change the angle in which you're viewing it from in order to make sure it look good. So stuff like that made it difficult for me. But over time, you know, you get better at it and you just keep practicing and stuff like that. So, and then once I seen that people actually appreciated what I was doing, so it made me want to keep going. You know, and now it's not my main source of income, but it's, you know, but it's a good source of income for sure. You know, it's some people that like to make customs, and you know, their goal is to make customs for you know, NBA players and all of that. I personally don't care about all that, you know, because I see it's a couple guys I seen, you know, they got to make some for some NBA players or whatever, which I've made some for. I've made customs for like people with high paying jobs. I've never done it for like a celebrity or anything, but I've done it for like people at Nike, people at Adidas, you know, like high paying, like people with high paying positions and stuff like that, and they wanted some stuff done. I've done that before, but I've never like done work for a celebrity or something like that. That'd be interesting to do, but I just haven't done it. You do that too. I'm doing it. These good questions you asking me though. I might say if it's, you know, anything else you can be personal questions. It don't have to just be whatever. You can ask me what football team is, whatever. So anything you can think of. I say, let me know how you feel about the shoes. You know what I'm saying? You like them, you don't like them. Think the color scheme need to be different, whatever it is. Let me know something. Are you into anything else? Sports, wrestling? Well, the only thing that I'm really like into, like I like football and basketball. I used to like wrestling back in the day, you know, with The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H and Undertaker and all them like that. Like that was my era of wrestling where I was into it heavy. You know, I fell off of it with the Randy Ortons and, you know, John Cena's and stuff like that. You know, that was around the time I fell off with it, but I used to love wrestling. Like I used to love wrestling. Like that used to be the thing. Like especially with, you know, Royal Rumbles and all of that. Man, I used to love all of that. The Undertaker was my favorite wrestler. Like I used to just love the concept of, you know, him and Kane being brothers, and then Kane dying in the house fire, but you know, he pops up alive and all that. Like that was my favorite thing in wrestling right there back then. So, and then when the games used to come out on Nintendo 64, so I'm showing you how old I am. But when the games used to come out on Nintendo 64, um, I used to, you know, I used to be in love with them. Like, you know, that was it. Man. I used to be so happy. You know, and basketball, my favorite player is Kyrie Irving. He's my favorite player to watch. Let me say that. I don't really necessarily have a team. Like, I'm from Memphis. I like to see the Grizzlies win, but they're not my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be upset if they lose. You know, in football, I'm a Titans fan, but you know, we suck right now, so ain't no point in talking about them. Like, you know, we were doomed when we paid Ryan Tannehill all that money. But you said I'm loving the lilac on these. It's a color that isn't often used. Yeah, I know. I try to bring out the lilac to make it pop. You know, I really got like 4 colors on her. I got like 2 different shades of red. You know, because I had to include the burgundy that was already on there, and then I still have the fire red, and then you know, lilac and the black. So it's like I tried to incorporate as many things to make it balanced, but I think overall it looks good. Said my team is the Rockets. Oh no, you said Randy Orton and John Cena is the era I grew up on, but I got into it recently, and now WWE is moving to Netflix. Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched all of that. You know, I heard about the Vince McMahon stuff and all of that. You know, like, and I didn't even know he was doing all of that. The last time I heard of, I watched Vince McMahon. You know, he was a lot younger back then. When I seen him on the little Netflix documentary or whatever, he looked so old. I was like, damn, that much time didn't pass. You know, Shane McMahon is like almost 50 years old now. I was like, look, man, I was a kid, back then looking at Shane McMahon, but I was like, that's crazy now. But it's crazy how far it came. You know, I see like Roman Reigns and all of them. I see all those people, but I just haven't gotten back into it. I'm pretty sure if I watched it again, I would like it still. It's just, once I became like a teenager and stuff like that, I just kind of started phasing out of wrestling like that. I still think it's fun. I still think it's interesting though. See, my team is the Rockets. I'm Houston born and raised. Oh yeah, well, if you get a chance, you need to come to DreamCon, then I'll meet you in person there. Because I did look it up. It will be in Houston next year. Like Tracy McGrady used to be my favorite basketball player. Like for real, T-Mac used to be my dog. Like, that was my favorite player. Like, and people ask me like, why you like T-Mac? I'm like, like, people say he has the same effect that Paul George have on the kids today, but like T-Mac was my dude back then. So, like, I used to watch all the Houston Rockets games, especially when they was in the playoffs and all of that. Even though he let me down often, it's still, my favorite player is my favorite player. So yeah, so I watched a lot of Houston Rockets games and stuff like that back in the day. I try to go. I've never been to a sneaker convention. Oh, well, that's not necessarily a sneaker. That's a gaming and that's DreamCon is a gaming and anime convention. So if you're into that type of stuff, like, if you put it like this, if you're not into that type of stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're into that type of stuff, I would recommend it. It was a very fun experience. Especially if you're black. I don't know if you're black, but like, especially if you're black. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a very fun experience. It's a lot of cool people there, and then you get to meet some of your favorite like influencers and stuff like that. It's a lot of the skit makers and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of those guys. I'm not really into all of that because I'm older than most of them, and which is fine. But if I meet them, I meet them. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going there, fanning out over somebody like Duke Dennis or somebody like that. But if I meet them, I meet them. If I don't, I don't. I did get to meet the RDC wear crew, but other than that, I wasn't tripping. It said That's crazy. Ja's my favorite player right now, and my homie keeps asking me why. No, Ja Morant is exciting. Like he's exciting. He's like freakishly athletic. He's freakishly athletic, and he's entertaining to watch. I just wish he had stopped doing all that other stuff. you know, I feel like, hey, if Memphis having that type of effect on you, man, you need to go back to where you're from. You know, we don't like if you do all that gangster stuff, riding around with guns and stuff like that, you will find what you're looking for out here. Just like I know in Houston, like I know it's crazy in Houston, but like it ain't like if you want to do all that here, you'll get robbed for real out here. You'll get killed for real out here. So it's like I don't like him doing all that. But as far as a basketball player, Ja Morant is very exciting. I love to see him play. When he playing. So, what's your favorite sneaker of all time? My favorite sneaker of all time is Jordan 12. I love Jordan 12. Pretty much any colorway, any of the OG colorways, I pretty much like. I like all of the OG colorways. I like some of the, when they try to come out with something new and be creative with it. I like some of that. Sometimes. I typically don't, but sometimes I do. Let me see what else. I like 12s, and really 12s is by far my favorite, but I also like 11s too. I feel like saying ones is kind of generic, but I do like but 12 is by far my favorite, like without hesitation. You say I'm Latino. I've only really seen One Piece and Pokemon, but I have a lot of family and friends that are really into anime. Oh, if that's the case, yeah, you should still go. Like, okay, like being, like I just said, if you're black, because it's hosted by black people, and most of the time, if you go to a convention, like, it ain't a lot of black people there. I'm just telling you that right now. Like, I see a lot of Latino people, but you rarely see, black people at a anime comic convention or anything like that. It's because it's still kind of shamed upon to like it in our community. So it's like you will see the ones that's bold enough to say, hey, this is what I like, forget what y'all talking about, but most of the time you don't see it. Somewhere like that is specifically designed for that. Like anybody, this is a judgment free zone for anybody. And like I said, it's a lot of black people, but like if you can still go, you will still enjoy yourself. Even especially if you've seen One Piece, there's a whole lot of One Piece stuff there. There's a whole lot of One Piece and Pokemon, all of that. And if your family and friends like to go, it'd be a good thing for y'all to just experience together. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not saying this because whatever. I'm just telling you, like, I had a good time while I was there, and it was fun, and I feel like you would have a good time too if you into that type of stuff and your family into that type of stuff. I feel like it'd be a good thing to go to. You say my favorite is 11s, but the Taxi 12s have been my all-time grills since middle school. Oh yeah, yeah. Like the Taxis were really like not high on my list. I like them, but you know what I'm saying, they weren't my favorite ones. I love the flu games are still my favorite. The flu games, and then what's that other colorway? I forget what it's called. It's the gray and white one. The gray at the bottom, white on the top. I forget what the name of the colorway is. But I like those. Those that's one of my favorites. My favorite 11 would probably be the breads. It'll probably be the breads. Like, because that was probably one of my first pair of 11s I already healed. I mean, I healed. That was one of my first pair of 11s I actually ever had. So they got a special place in my heart or whatever. So I gotta do this. No wonder it's looking funny to me. let's see. When the taxis last came out, I wasn't into the shoe game, but I remember thinking those were the coolest shoes I had ever seen. Yeah, for sure. Like when they came out, they were nice. I remember I got the reverse taxis when they came out. And then when the actual taxis came back out, I was into those too. You know, I like other Jordans too. It's just 12s are just my favorite, and I ended up I ended up getting all of those. I got those. What's the ones that just came out recently? The barrows or burrow, whatever. I can't remember what it's called. The gray and black ones. I got those. Came out about a month ago or so. I got those in here somewhere. It was crazy. I buy a pair of shoes and just throw them in the closet and then don't look at them. Don't look at them for a good while. He said, "I'm hoping to get them next year when they yeah, for sure. Yeah, I try to get it all every time it releases. I'm glad to get a sneakerhead in here because a lot of times, like sometimes I don't know if you've seen any of my other artwork, but if you go and look at some of my other videos where I got the shoe and the character on there, like a lot of people, it's a lot of people that love it, but it's a lot of people that hate it too. Which, and like I said, I'm glad to see a sneakerhead in here because most of the time, it's like some people don't get the concept. Like if I put a specific shoe with a specific character and say, hey, the Spider-Man one's the Spider-Man, and then some people would be like, why did you put the shoe on there? And I'm like, bruh, like the concept is to put Spider-Man with the Spider-Man shoes, or something similar to this, somebody that matches the name of the shoe or something like that. So, and sometimes I have to explain myself a lot, but like I said, it's good to see a sneakerhead in there. That should be it. Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapping this shoe up. I just gotta ink it now. Do you wear do you wear your customs or are they orders? Not all of them are orders, and sometimes I actually do make shoes in my size that's not an order that's that I have no intentions on, but I still won't wear it. Like what I'll do is I'll display it like in my house or something like that. Like that's what I'll end up doing. But like for some reason, like I don't know why it's like I just don't like. I'm not the type of person to wear a custom shoe. I know that may sound weird coming from me, but I'm just not like I think they look good, but like I'd rather have a piece and display it and be like, okay, I got this nice piece of artwork, that I like, and I just do something like that. But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna wear them. And if I did wear them, the only place I would wear them is to a convention or something like that. You know, well, I'm taking that back. I take that back. Only time I've worn my shoes, I made a few pairs of basketball shoes that I customized, and I played in those. I've done that, but I haven't. But other than that, I haven't made anything to wear and like walk around in. Because a lot of times I find myself in here working on something. I don't have time to wear my shoes anyway. Because by the time I make one, I be like, oh, I like these. I'm gonna make this for me. Then look up, oh, okay, I got another idea I want to make, and then next thing you know, the other one will just go right by the wayside. All right, so I'm pretty much done with the paint process on this. So now it's just time to ink it, and then seal it up, and I'll be done with this one. He said, I usually prefer to buy OG colorways in Jordans, but I feel like a pair of customs would be cool to have them when it's something that relates to what you like. Yeah, true. That's pretty much how everybody feels. A lot of people get them like that. Now, sometimes when I sell shoes at the convention, like let's say it's a 3-day convention and they buy it on Friday, Saturday they're gonna have it on their feet. I see that quite a bit. It's like, bro, you couldn't wait. Like you couldn't wait at all. But I guess I feel them though, because if I spend my money, I'm about to wear it. So I understand it to a degree. So what made you like getting into what made you like getting into shoes? Like, cause I'm curious, cause you know, everybody don't like it. So I'm curious to know your journey as to what made you start getting into it. Do you make other art pieces that aren't shoes? Yes. So I got a couple things that I can show you. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a custom piece I'm doing. It's Majin Vegeta, and these are gonna be the what's it called, Concord 11s. So this is a canvas piece I'm working on. That's a canvas piece I'm working on. I need to finish. I actually, like I said, I supposed to be done that, but like I said, I'm a dad, got responsibility, so it get put off. I might do another live at some point with me finishing that up. But yeah, I got stuff like that. I have maybe 200 canvases like that with characters in the shoes. I've done plenty of those, and then what else I done? Matter of fact, I got a wood piece too. Hold on. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I got this is a Dojo wood piece. It's a cutout I did. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it, but it's a wood piece. I normally make those to take those to conventions and stuff, to use it as like a background display type of thing. That it typically helps as far as like drawing people in to see. The shoes normally do the job, but you know, if I want some extra stuff to help me draw in people, I use that because that typically works too. So, say in high school, my friend wanted to get the shadow backboards, and get shadow backboards, and he bought a prepaid card to try to get them. He asked me to help him, and that moment made me interested in the sneaker cups. Okay, yeah, I understand. So the shadow backboards. So yeah, you talking about the original shadow backboards or the 2.0s that came out like not too long ago, like 2019. But either way, yeah, the shadow backboards is tough. So yeah, I understand. That probably would have got me into it too if I had never been. Said you got some real artistic drawing and painting skills, bro. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to, like, you know, I still try to develop and get better. Still, it's tough, but like well, really, to be honest, it's not hard to do once you get good at it, but it's tough managing your time with it, because it's like the responsibility of life be killing me. Man, I be getting whooped, like going to work, then come home, try to do this, and then spend time with family. The balance of everything is what kills me. Because if I was single and no kids, I could be up here every night doing this. But having to have a family and prioritize them and everything, it's like it's tough, especially knowing that people actually like your work. So yeah, that's the first shadow backboards that came out. Seeing how obsessed he was made me curious to see why. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like people are serious about them. Like, cause at first I didn't know how serious it was at first either. I mean, like, I always liked sneakers and stuff like that, but I never thought it would, I never thought it was that serious. I didn't care enough to to wait in line and do all this and do all that and go above and beyond. But then when I saw people doing it, I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, bro. I don't even like Michael Jordan like that. I don't even like Michael Jordan. Why would I, why would I care so much to do that? So, but then as I kept getting into it, I just kept seeing ones I liked. After a while, I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. Let me go ahead and keep going. Let me do this. I need a smaller one. Just try that. That ain't working. That ain't it either. Listen, I'm 24, so never even saw Jordan play, but I still appreciate the history behind the shoes and the creativity it took to design. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, Jordan still has the best shoes. Like, shit, you 24, I'm 32. I didn't see Jordan play. I was alive, but still didn't see him play. So, like, you know, I like basketball and stuff like that, but you know, like I started, like, you know, I started in the Kobe Bryant era, the Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady era, and stuff like that. So, you know, those were the people I idolized watching basketball and stuff like that. So it was like, you know, I never cared for Michael Jordan like other people do. Like when people want to argue down about, oh, Jordan's the GOAT, LeBron's the GOAT, all this and that, like I'm more in the LeBron camp because I didn't see Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And even from going back and watching the highlights, I'm like some of that stuff looked trash to me. You know, so it's like he was cold for that time, but you know, but some of that stuff looked like it's guardable. You know, and then you know I'm under the assumption that the NBA is a business anyway, so you know I don't necessarily think any of it is real. Sometimes, like even NFL and stuff like that, I think all that stuff is a business. You know, they want to win. They want to who they want to win. This is gonna be tough right here. I grew up in the LeBron era, but I agree Jordan has the best and most time to sneak. Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Like that's not even up for debate. Like that's not even up for debate. Most like I don't even most of LeBron shoes I don't even like. Like it's only a few of them that I like. So you know, I would consider LeBron shoes even like Kobe shoes. Like I only like about 2 or 3 of them. You know, so that's why I think Jordan gonna have the edge over LeBron and all the other players as far as goat talk and stuff like that because what the things he did for the culture, like nobody's shoes is ever gonna surpass his. Nobody's. Like because Jordan was the first player that put everybody on the have your own sneaker culture and all of this type of stuff. Jordan was the first player to put everybody on all that and all that. So you know back because before my dad told me that you know everybody had Converses and stuff back in the day. So he was like, you know, like didn't nobody care about no Nikes back then. I told him, I said, I wish you would have because you'd been a millionaire if you had held on to a couple of them. You know, if you had bought a couple of them and held on to it, you'd been a millionaire by now. You know, especially some of those Jordan 1s and stuff. Matter of fact, do I have that here? I should. No, that's it. 005. I guess I do not. This is how to work there. Kobe's and bros just look like regular basketball shoes. Jordans have that style that make them wearable off the court. Oh yeah, for sure. And it ain't too bad. It ain't nobody else I think that have shoes that's stylable either. Like I think The only ones that I like that nowadays that I like that I think you can put style to is maybe like Anthony Edwards shoe is nice. Uh, Kevin Durant shoes used to be like it. Like I used to like Kevin Durant shoes, but now I don't like none of his shoes. It's like he went the LeBron route and just said, you know, forget it, I'm making basketball shoes. But that KD 6 and 7 era, like I think I was like 19, 18, 19 when they came out. Like man, that was those was hidden back in the day. Like, cause I'm talking about like every single colorway of the KD 6s was tough. Like every single colorway. Hmm. Let me see. I'm the first niggerhead in my whole. Hold on. I'm the first niggerhead in my whole family, so I hope my unborn children appreciate my collection one day. Oh, no, they will, especially if they unworn. And there's things you can you can do with them. Oh, most definitely. Like if you hold on to them and they worth some value, especially if you but you got to teach them what it's worth. You got to teach them the value of it and stuff like that. That'll be the only way. You say Ant Edwards really has the potential to be the next biggest thing since Jordan. Hopefully Adidas keeps doing him just for sure. Like that's the one I hope they don't blow. I hope they don't blow it because if they do, that'll be tough. You know, because he the only one with the swag and the marketability to be able to carry them. You know, nobody else. Like I don't see too many players nowadays where you look at it and be like, oh, I want to buy his shoes. Like nobody. Like that's what that's another thing why the NBA seems kind of boring now because like you know it ain't nobody that I really look at and be like, oh, I want to watch it. It ain't nobody I really feel like it about. You know, like the only person I like that is Ja, and I'm not just saying that because I'm from it, but him and Anthony Edwards are the only people that's really exciting. Like I don't like Luka, he's boring. You know, he carries all the time. You know, and like I honestly don't think he's that good. Like some people like love him, but I don't think he's that good. You know, and then especially if I was actually like a basketball coach or something like that, and I really wanted to like come up with a game plan to stop him, I feel like I could do that very easily. You know, you know, just make him into a score and he's gonna be ineffective. Make him shoot the ball every time he touches it, and then we cool. As long as don't nobody else get involved, we gonna win. You know, I feel like that'll be it on Luke. You know, just take away what he loves. But other than that, it's like, you know, there's nobody else. Now I got a couple pairs of Jason Tatum shoes too. I don't like those though. I don't like the way they play. Ja and Ant play with so much confidence. I'm hoping to see them clash and playoff. Yeah, actually, you know, when they did a couple years ago, like that series was very exciting. That when they did a couple years, that was very exciting. And then it had all the games here in Memphis were like on fire. So you know, like I don't know if it's like this in Houston, but in Memphis, like if the Grizzlies ain't good, they ain't getting no support. None. No, nobody's going to the game. If the Grizzlies aren't good, they're not, and nobody's going to those games at all. So You know, but when they are good, they get all the love in the world. So that's kind of the thing with them. All right, done with that shoe. So now I just gotta ink the other one. Got one last shoot to do. That's how it is here too. But we're the third in the West. But yeah, see, y'all good right now. Y'all good right now. But I'm talking about like I used to work for the Grizzlies like in 2018, that like that last year Mike Conley was here. And when I tell you, like, them games was empty. No, nobody was going to them. Nobody. Like nobody was going to them games. It's like, man, like, you know, a couple years ago we were jumping, but you know, nobody was going to the game. And then that was the year we ended up getting Ja. And I you know, I wasn't a fan of Ja at first, you know. But I figured what they were doing though, because you know, like I said, that's why I believe the NBA is a business. That's why I feel like they had to draft Ja, because they needed somebody exciting here. You know, don't nobody want to come to Memphis and play. Not really, you know. You know they got to throw the bag at you for you to come to Memphis and play. They either got to throw the bag at you, or you gotta get drafted here. So drafting somebody like Ja, I feel like, you know, it was cool, but at first I was not a fan of that. I was not a fan of that at all. Let me get a small tip. 05. Damn. Let me do that. What did you do when you worked for the Grizzlies? Here we go. When I worked for the Grizzlies, I worked in basically the gift shop at the game. So I worked every game day, and so basically I used to be in there selling the clothes, the merchandise, stuff like that. You know, you try to get people to buy stuff like that. Like it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. You got to get in every game for free. Basically, they had a big like TV in the gift shop where you can watch the game. You sitting there checking people out, watching the game at the same time. It was fun, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it only lasted while the season was going on. You could work when the season was off, but it was very rare and far between. So you would only work like little events here and there. So like when they held like an event for St. Jude or something, so they have a St. Jude event where they selling Grizz stuff. You would be out there and stuff like that, but it wasn't a whole lot of work for you to do. That was the only thing about it. And I was like 24 then, so it was, you know, I didn't have a lot going on, so it was easy for me to work that job. But after a while, I started going back to school, and I had to end up letting it go then. But it was fun when it was going on though. I wish I had kept up with it, because you know, by the time we had got Ja, if I was doing it then, I would have been fine. You know, but to be honest with you, I never technically stopped working there. I still get blank W-2s from them. You know, it's like they'll send me one every the past what 5-6 years now. I've been getting a blank W-2 for them saying, hey, your W-2 from here, from last season. I'm like, bro, I did not work for y'all. Did you get to meet the players while working? Yes. I met Mike Conley. I met Steven Adams. But I think Steven Adams came after that. But I don't know if I necessarily met him when I was working there. But I met Mike Conley, Shallow Parsons. Who else? I believe Mark Gasol was there. No, not Mark Gasol. It was somebody else that was there. Tyreek Evans. That's what I'm thinking about. Tyreek Evans. I met Dylan Brooks. I actually shot around with Dylan Brooks. Now we played a little game of like King of the Court or whatever. I shot around with him. Now I'm about to say he probably won't remember me, but I shot around with him for a little while. This was his rookie year though. And then I shot around with Dylan Brooks. I shot around with they had somebody else on their team. I can't remember who it was because that was a little while ago. But yeah, no, but it was fun though. Like the whole experience working with them was fun. Because a lot of those guys, like Tyreek Evans, like I don't know if you know, Tyreek Evans went to the University of Memphis, so I was a real big fan of his when he came out. He was like the #1 ranked point guard in high school coming out. I believe he graduated in like 08. So he was like one of the #1 ranked players coming out then. So I was a real big fan of his. So he was one of the guys that I looked up to when I was still in high school. Because I think Tyreek Evans came in 08, 09, and I graduated high school in 2011. So he was one of the guys when I was playing. Like I was like, man, Tyreek, the guy. I want to play like him. So when I got a chance to meet him, I was real happy to meet him. I wish I had the chance to meet Vince Carter when he was there, but I think he had left like the year before I started working there. That would have been interesting for me to meet. Gave me a flashback with that. Working for the Grizzlies was fun. At least you didn't see Curry and the at least you didn't see Curry and the Warriors torture your franchise for so many years. I still despise that team. That's funny, but yeah, no, but Curry beat us a couple times though. I think that like the first year they won it, they beat us in like the Western Conference Finals or second round or something like that, and they had beat us that year. They beat us that year. And we were up against them. The first year they won, because we were up against them. We was up like 2-1 against them, and we had ended up losing. We had ended up losing to them like that. So I mean, yeah, we didn't suffer like Houston did for sure, but they definitely handed us a L. We had problems with the Clippers all the time. Like the Clippers were killing us. Like we were going back and forth with them. That was annoying. I'm like, the Clippers are not the Warriors. Why are we struggling with them so much? You know, Chris Paul used to be a problem for us. Let's see, let me put these eyes in. Let me do this. How long have you been drawing and painting for your skills to be art? For your skill, for your skills are insane. Like I've been drawing all my life. I just started painting. I started painting when I went to college in 2012. I went to college in 2011, 2012, but really like my fourth year of college, so maybe like 2014, 15, you know, and then I took a painting class then to kind of learn, because the concept of doing it is the same. It's just using different materials, but your thought process and everything is still the same. Like it's still layering, making sure that the structure is right, because you know if all of that's right, then everything else will be fine. So once I started doing that, or like once I started drawing, once I started painting, it was taking the concepts I knew from drawing and applying them to painting. So once I started doing that, it became very easy. like like little to no difficulty. So it was just a matter of doing, making sure I displayed what I wanted to get across. You know, which is art, that's all art is in general. It's making sure whoever you want to see it understands what you're trying to show them. Like really, that's all it is. And then when it came to shoes, it just, you know, it's just a new medium. That's it. You just working on something new. Now I'm taking painting, what I was doing with painting, and now I'm putting it on shoes, a new thing. So like if you already know how to draw, then you can do this. And really, you don't even have to know how to draw to do this. Like if you look at some of my other videos where I'm actually making the shoes on there, you will see that like a lot of the times I'll just stencil it in, like this piece of paper right here. Like I will just cut this out and just X-Acto knife it out, and then just keep tracing around it and keep taking pieces out until it forms the image I want it to form. You know what I'm saying? Like if it gets to a point, once I got the proportions in, I'll just hand draw it in, because that'll be faster. But sometimes you don't even have to do that. Like you don't even have to do that. Like you can literally trace this thing in. So you know, like you don't have to be that good at drawing to do stuff like this. Because, like, to be honest with you, people don't even care if you're good at drawing. All they care about is the end result. What was the worst shoe to ever release in your opinion? The worst shoe to ever release? Like, if you talking about outside of Nike, well, even I don't know if Nike maybe not, but them red boots, I hated those. The big red boots, I hated those. I don't know who idea that was. Like, I don't even know why. I don't even know why that was a good idea. Like, when I tell you I hated those, I was like, bro, what are y'all thinking? You know, like like that was terrible. Then you got celebrities wearing them and all that. I'm like, bro, like these boots do not look good. Come on, like, why we lying? Like, why we lying? Like, that was my thing. Like, we do not got to lie about stuff like that. Wearing those big red boots, and I think they came out with a yellow pair too. Like, what? Like, stop it! Like, come on, bro. Don't like them damn boots. They got his lip. Yeah, like that. Yeah, what shoe you thinking about? Because that right there is like, I know it was a fashion statement and all of that, but I didn't like that. I don't like the Air Mags. Like, the Air Mags are bad too. I don't like those. The concept of a shoe that ties itself is good, but I don't like those either. Like a lot of people do, but I don't like those either. Somebody tried to get me customized when I turned it down because I didn't want to do it. Well, one, I didn't like the material it was made out of. I could have done it, but I didn't like it. And plus, I wasn't getting paid enough, so I was like, nah, I'm not about to do that for amount of money that I don't even like. You know, it ain't really worth me doing. You know, so I just told him, nah, I ain't even gonna worry about that. But yeah, shit, I'm surprised I stayed on here so long tonight. What got you into sneakers? Well, what got me into sneakers is well, I've really been into sneakers my whole life, really, to be honest with you. Like, I've always liked Jordans, you know, because like I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but in Memphis, like we got the Nike factory here where they sell shoes 50% off. Like, so basically, if you got access to the store, um, like if you on a Nike employees list or you know anything like that, or you know one personally and they can get you the shoes, like you can get every new release in Jordan that comes out at 50% off. So growing up here, like having the new J's was like, you know, it was a status symbol. Like you were that guy. Like if you could get the Jordans, you were that guy. Like you had all the girls. If you could get the Jordans, you had access to the Nike factory. Like it didn't even just have to be the Jordans. It could just be all different color Air Force Ones. Like if you were the type of guy that had different shoes on and had like all the Nike gear on, you know, and that Nike might not is popular right now, but back then, like if you had all that back then, oh, you was that guy. You was that guy. You had it. Like so it was like being like that. Jordans were always very popular, so I always kind of knew which ones was which. Kept up with them like that. If I was able to get them, I was able to get them because you know, like we ain't have it like that. so it was like, you know, if you got a pair, you was him, and especially if you got it when it was new. Like if you got it when it first dropped, like I'm talking about, like it dropped like a shoe drop, like the cement threes dropped today, them black cement threes dropped today. If you wore them to school Monday, you was that guy. Like Like you had it, you was that guy. So with that being said, I always kind of was into it. I always liked it, and I always I always kind of kept up with it. It's just it didn't I didn't get to the point where I started collecting them till about 4 years ago. Till I started like, oh, I like this pair. Let me keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I don't wear it, let me still have it. Just in case. So I got those. I got those fours from last weekend too. But not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. But I started collecting different ones, and everyone the ones I like and stuff like that. So I just started like random shoes, stuff like that. Like that kind of just carried me over. Like, but I always liked it though. Cause I always knew which ones to switch. I always kind of knew which colorway was coming out sometime soon, and I always kept up with it. It's just it wasn't until I was able to just like buy them for myself, and I was like, okay, I want these, I want that one, I want this one, I want that one. That I really started to build a collection. But being from here, like being black and being from here, let me say that is that that is really big in our culture here, because like I said, if you had access to the Nike factory here, you were that guy. Like you were that guy for real. So my first pair was the Aqua Ace in 2015. I can't believe I'm at the point where a shoe I have is gonna be retired. So yeah, like the old folks say, keep living. It's gonna be more than that. Like it's shoes that came out when I was in school that they talking about it's a retro. Like that's a retro now. Like you say you 24, I see like it's people calling 24-year-olds now. That's insane to me. So you just keep living. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of stuff that change. You know, 2015, like 2015, I was what 23 in 2015. Like that seemed like so long ago now, and it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't. But but that's crazy though. Retiring a shoe from 2015. Uh huh. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this one a little bit too. This shoe too a little bit. I got enough of that. That should work. It's a little pasty, but it should work. Tony Clapsdale, what's up, bro? Where you been at? Where you been at? What you got going? Where you been? It's good to see you back. I'm back in the lab again, trying to get caught up on some stuff, get a few orders out. My bad. I've been in Hawaii for a bit. Oh yeah, see. I knew you had that money. I knew you had that money. See, talking about you been in Hawaii. I knew you had that bag. Man, I looked at some plane tickets from Memphis to Hawaii. Man, that shit was like $1,600. I was like, oh no. See, can't hide that money. We knew you had it. Let me see. I'm going to Hawaii, but no, I heard Hawaii's fun. I need to head out there myself. Anybody just tuning in, we on Obito now. I finished the pain shoes already. So I guess I need to rename the stream now. but we on Obito now. My next part I got a Batman part to do. I might jump on there tomorrow night and do it since I ain't got to be at work really on Monday. Tony Clapperfield, you ain't got a lot, but we know you got that breed. We know you got it. Let me do it on the other shoot too while I got this paint out. It said the paint on the black midsole on the 2025 Red 4 started to crack. Do you think it would be a good idea to try and repaint them or leave them like they are? I really would need to see a picture of it. But if it's just the paint and not the actual shoe, like not the actual shoe that's cracked, if it's just the paint, then I would say repaint it. You can do it like that. Cause the worst it's gonna do is that the paint that you paint on there is gonna crack. That's the worst it's gonna do. So, but if the shoe is damaged, then I would say no, just leave it as is, because there's nothing you can do. But if it's just the paint that's cracked, then yeah, repaint it. Get you some where is it? Get you some flat black Angelus paint like this. It'll work just fine. Make sure you just acetone it down first. If you want to spray a little adhesive to it, you can do that too. But you don't have to. But that it'll help. And then then just paint over like that. You ain't got to put a lot on there. Just probably maybe 2 or 3 coats on there, and you good. Like, yeah, I would just paint over it though. That's what I would do. Cause it's such a small area. But the thing about painting, midsoles is that, you know, that's the area that takes like the most punishment. So it can be, like, it can be challenging to do it. It's just the paint, not anything major. But I noticed one part started cracking. Yeah, yeah, you can just paint over it. Then if it's small, then you just paint over it. Then it's not that big of a deal. Like, you know, like I said, just about to paint. Like, I don't know what, like, they should sell that paint at your local art store. Like, if not, you can order it off Amazon. You know, they real good at getting it to you. Like, the small bottle, like $3. Big up the bottle I just showed you, this 6 ounce bottle, it's like $6, $7, something like that. But it'll last you a long time, especially if you ain't gonna be painting like that. Have you ever thought about taking your skills to tattooing? You have amazing talent for animation. Um, I actually tried tattooing for a quick second. The thing for me was, I don't really like dealing with people. Like, not, you know, sitting right there with them for that long. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've done a few tattoos. I actually still have my tattoo gun and everything. Um, it's not enjoyable for me to do. Like, even though I'm good at it, even though I'm actually good at it, it's just not enjoyable for me to do. Like, I've done some good tattoos, and people loved it and all of that. It's just, matter of fact, I gotta find some pictures of it in my old phone, because I got some, but I don't, but I haven't. I didn't like sitting there with people for 4 or 5 hours talking to them and stuff like that. Now, obviously, you can say, Nick, you doing it now. You talking to us for 2 hours now. But at that time, I didn't. I wasn't feeling it. You know, sitting there, especially talking to one person, and after a while, the conversation dry out, and then y'all just sitting there. You still working now. You know, and back then I wasn't charging that much, so it was like, I'm making $100 in 4 hours. It's like, you know, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. Let me do it like that. Gotta go, but I can't wait to catch you on the next stream. You got yourself a nice sport. I appreciate it, bro. I really do. You know, I'll probably go live tomorrow night. You know, depending on how it is, how I go tomorrow. You know, probably about 8 o'clock. Depending on if I'm tired or not, but you know, I probably should be on here tomorrow. So, but it was good talking to you. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm thinking I'm about satisfied here today with what I got accomplished. I finished the painting shoes, so I might come on here tomorrow night and finish these up. Um, I'm satisfied with where I'm at now. So, um, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Please subscribe. I need to get up there. I feel like I'm one viral video away from being, pretty big on YouTube, Twitch, or whatever. So, like to